believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
All right, we are back on the Morning Brew with friends with Carlos and David here this morning. And David, you are an architecture guy and an artist.
Yes, architect in theory. I have my undergrad in architecture. And,
Artist in practice?
Artist in practice, yes.
Very cool. So and you are the artist behind some of these new cans
Yeah.
the Tractor is putting out. I love this.
Behind all of them.
All of them. And so how did you guys get together? And this is like a contest too for the cans. Am I right, Carlos?
There's an upcoming contest, yeah.
So any artist can like actually pitch in. So how did you first get started doing this?
Well, I started my relationship with Tractor at their Uptown, or at their Knoxville brewery.
Right,
And that
great
was
little spot.
the first time I'd actually ever done a public show with my art. That was the first time I'd ever...
Just on the walls at the
Yeah. And
brewery.
that was kind of our go-to place, and I saw that they would rotate art monthly. I was like, I should do this. And so I got a hold of them, and so I've just maintained the relationship with them since then. And Sky posted on Facebook that they were going to be doing a competition for their beer can design, because they're going to be releasing three of their beers in cans. And so I had no idea what I would do, and I didn't even think anything about it. I didn't message her back or anything. And she contacted me, and we got a dialogue going, and we just figured things out that would work and came up with a theme for their beers.
For the first three?
Yeah.
What is this, the red, the India, and the milk stout?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Yes,
And the
sir.
milk stout one, I love this, because it's the mustachio milk
Yeah,
stout.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
of course, there's a mustache on the person.
course.
Are these real people? These models? Are these?
Yeah, these are actually all close friends of mine. And
Very cool.
So they volunteered. I came to them.
To model for the
Yeah,
cans.
yeah.
Do people pick up the beers and say, "Oh, you were on my milk stout"?
Yeah, one of them, the milk stout, she went as herself beer can version for Halloween, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's
She had a
awesome.
T-shirt and had like the milk
That's
stout, and she
really
said,
awesome.
Her employers kind of creep her out a bit, because they collect her cans and have her T-shirts, and in a good way though.
That's really cool. That is really cool. And so you're the first one to do this.
Yeah.
So how are you kind of organizing the contest for the next one? Is it going to be the same beers, different beers?
So it's an interesting concept. David was gracious enough to like involve the community and humor our ideas. So he did the first three cans and first three flavors. We're rolling out what we're calling a Versailles seasonal can. What that means is we're going to order a huge shipment of cans to be canned in our brewery by our canning company, Mother Road Canning. But we're going to fill those cans from time to time with different flavors. So it's going to be a quote-unquote generic can. David's going to create another face for a can, and then the community can draw the background. So if you go onto our website, you can download the templates, take a shot at drawing things about what Albuquerque, what New Mexico means to you.
Very cool.
And then we're going to work winners, a bunch of different people probably. We're not quite sure yet, but something into the background. David's going to draw the foreground.
Very
There's your
cool.
can.
So how do you decide who the winner is?
It's going to be there's a panel of people really. I guess behind the scenes at Tractor, David will be heavily involved, and we'll just kind of all pull it together like we always do. It's always a team effort at Tractor.
I dig it. And I love that it's Mother Road that's canning your stuff. They have the most genius idea. They invented a mobile canning system. And it's the thing, it's like that genius idea I wish I would have had.
Yeah.
You know, they go around to all the different breweries in Albuquerque, and they take just a van with a canning thing in the back, and they're able to just can beer at all of the local breweries, and pretty much on demand, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a process. Our cider is going into the can soon. That will bear a David Santiago piece on it. There's a process that you have to approve federally your can design with.
Oh, really? You have to, like the actual outside, like the
There's
artwork
certain things
on it?
that have to be on there. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never would have thought. Well, I guess there's things like warnings and all of that that they have to make sure are on the can of beer. Do you incorporate all of that? Do you like try to make a cool warning?
I think it has to be so generic and just so readable that
Right.
it's standard.
There's no way around it.
it. Cool. fun.
So who are these people? The girl on the red ale looks familiar.
She is an old friend from high school. She was actually on the UNM soccer team.
Oh, cool.
And so there's a hidden number 6 in there somewhere.
Oh, is that her,
Yeah.
her jersey number?
Jersey number, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you guys always have seasonal beers coming up. What's the next big one you got?
Our sour's coming back on tap sooner than later, which is always like some people's favorite. We have a thing called Cider Day Night Fever.
Ba-dum-bum.
Ba-dum-bum. It's coming during Beer Week, so you'll see a bunch of ciders on tap in Nob Hill that won't go away for a while.
Cool. When is Beer Week?
Beer Week is May 20th through May 31st. So
Excellent.
it's actually more than a week, but
Right.
yeah.
But that's a chance to go out to all the local breweries and try them all.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Very cool.
And those will be all available in our brand new versus seasonal can.
Right on. Right on. And I know we were talking some politics earlier, and there's a couple of beer bills on the governor's desk right
There
now
is,
that should be
there is.
really interesting. There's one that may allow people to you can get the beer and wine delivered to your house. How awesome would that be, right? It's a $20 food order, and you can order food even from like the food trucks that go in front of Tractor. And with $20 in food, so any delivery service that's certified could bring some beer. I mean, is that something you guys have been following at the brewery? Is that something you guys have been watching?
Yeah, we follow them all, and then the Brewers Guild does a good job of disseminating information.
Right.
So we've gotten some things on our desk. Actually, look for a blog about what you're talking about there from Tractor Brewing later this afternoon. So.
That'd be cool, yeah, because that's one that I think would be great. I think that would really cut down on DUIs, all of that,
Yeah.
you know? That way you don't have to go out and get your beer.
Yeah,
you know?
that's great, yeah.
Yeah, so anybody can join the contest.
Anybody can. Well, anybody over 21.
Anybody over 21.
You can submit to contest@getplowed.com.
Excellent.
You can download the templates, print them out, draw on them, and turn them in at either tap room. They're all going to get back to us. So you can scan it in, you can turn it in, and then David's going to work it in. So.
That sounds like a plan. And so do you buy a bunch of cans of beer and send them to your mom and say, look, Mom, my artwork's on
No,
cans
they
of
buy
beer?
them themselves. We've got a
Excellent.
problem, yeah. Costco membership, they can sell them there now. So.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So you have all, like, Mom's got them all on the mantle like, at
Yeah,
home.
she has them
and-
all in her house, which is kind of.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So which is your favorite beer to actually drink?
I like the milk stout.
The milk stout?
Yeah.
It is a good one because it's got like milk in the stout, right?
Yeah,
Is that
it's
actually
got,
milk in there?
Milk sugar added to the boil, so yeah.
That's excellent. You know, I'm a fan of the IPA, the India Pale Ale. You guys.
Yeah, I'm an
It's always
IPA
one of
fan.
my favorites. We'll be back in a couple of seconds. We're going to talk about all kinds of more stuff. We got a packed house this morning on the Morning Brew with Friends.